General Hospital spoilers tease that Cyrus Renault may be connected to Sonny Corinthos' old nemesis, Frank Smith, and this connection may be revealed in upcoming episodes of GH. Longtime General Hospital viewers will recall that Frank Smith originally ran Sonny Corinthos' current territory in Port Charles, the one that Cyrus Renault is trying to take over. Luke Spencer had also worked with Frank Smith before Laura Webber. Now Laura Collins came into the picture, and then Luke left his criminal activities and the couple tried to have Frank arrested, which is why he then came after them, and they were on the run for 12 years. This took place in the late 1970s. Sonny came to town much later, in the early 1990s, first as a lower-level employee of Frank Smith, running a club called the Paradise Club for Frank. Sonny was a much different Sonny in those days, feeding one of the strippers, Karen with her drugs to keep her working there. After Luke killed Smith, as he held a very pregnant Laura in front of him as a human shield, she was carrying Lulu Spencer at the time, Sonny took over the territory. This time period is when Sonny, Luke, and Laura became friends as well. However, Smith was not as dead as they thought he was. He would reappear alive over 20 years later, but not in Port Charles, in Vancouver, Washington. General Hospital spoilers. Cyrus Renault was based out of Seattle, Washington. Frank Smith had moved his operations to Vancouver, Washington. We cannot be sure if Jennifer Smith took over her father's territory in Washington State or not, but we know that Cyrus Renault had been based out of Seattle, Washington. The two cities are only a 3-hour drive from another, and so it's very possible that Cyrus may either have taken over Frank's territory in Washington in a hostile manner, possibly taking out Jennifer if she had taken it over first, or like Sonny, Cyrus may have been working for Frank. Considering the amount of knowledge that Cyrus has about Sonny and Mike Corbin, it is a very good chance that Cyrus learned about him either from Frank himself before he was killed, or possibly from Jennifer. Jennifer Smith appeared to only have interest in Luke Spencer, not in running her father's territory, so while she and Cyrus could be connected, he has been calling the shots. Cyrus seems to be more familiar with Laura than he should be, only having met her a few times when she was confronted in prison, and once or twice since he was released. Since Sonny took over Frank's territory in Port Charles, it is quite likely that Cyrus was connected to Frank Smith in the past, and possibly still connected to Jennifer.